that's extremely well known in Lafayette. They do a bang-up big business there. They have good, friendly staff, delicious pizza.
They used to have their own beer called Wawa Ron at one time. You know what a Wawa Ron is?
That's a frog.
There you go.
You see that? Don't pick at me about my French. Je peux parler un petit peu. Je comprends tout quelque chose.
I understand.
They have been on Bertrand Drive, and they're going to continue being on Bertrand, but they're opening a second location, probably the family
next generation
getting involved, and
sure.
they needed another place. So they're going to be at 2313 Calais Saloon Road.
Wow.
The owners revamped the former Casse Au Lait, which closed there, which does very well here in Opelousas, and the Swamp and Roll program
Wednesday nights.
that is taped by our station here, Mr. Todd Ortigo, and
Dr. Feelgood's
son.
That's how we see it.
That's
Little
correct.
Feelgood.
So we wish Dino's nothing but success in their second location.
How about this? Sheriff Bobby Guidreau is going to have his annual golf tournament. It's going to be on March the 12th. It's only a couple of weeks away now. And all the funds this year are going to go straight to the Cops and Kids fundraiser, where they bring young people out to teach them manly man type stuff, going out hunting, fishing, and how to do for themselves out camping.
I see where Valentine's Day is a good time to thank God for your loved ones. And this was Monsignor Keith Darrowan's article written on Friday, February the 10th, last Friday. And another person who writes a weekly program is the Reverend Benny Ripon, our good longtime friend here in Opelousas.
Sure.
And he says, take time to count blessings you have been given. Same theory, two different ministers for God.
They got the same answer.
And the same answer, right.
Now, when I was a kid, it wasn't Valentine's Day. It was St. Valentine's Day. You remember that? It was always called St. Valentine's Day when I was a kid. That's what they call it.
But you've been studying to become a priest for quite a while.
What else we got?
Well, I mentioned that I had attended an HBPA meeting.
Correct.
And
that's the group that helps to put disability and insurance together for people who work at the track.
Workers' compensation and a retirement fund
Sure.
and a medical fund. Well, we have operated now, the new group that was elected after the infamous problems took place. And by the way, those two people that were charged with that, they've both been sentenced, pretty stiff sentences.
They got to go to jail.
And they've got to go to jail. And we've been very, very busy trying to get all the books correct and everything rolling smooth, and we're pretty close. Finally had the opportunity to interview, and then on Monday? Yeah, no,
Tuesday.
Tuesday we were able to vote on a new executive director for the HBPA, Horsemen's Benevolent and Protective Association. It's a lot easier to say HBPA.
Right.
The association,
welcome back, yes, hello.
The board members have agreed to hire a gentleman by the name of Keith G.E.E. He hails from Metairie, Louisiana. He's an attorney. He comes to us with varied type of experience. He was a staff attorney for Texaco. He has been an attorney in a private practice. He was a law clerk at Texaco. He finished Tulane University School of Law. He finished Tulane School of Engineering. So, you know,
your heart, a bright guy.
A bright young man. And we certainly hope that the members of the board of directors we can all get on the back him up and do what we can to make it the association that the members who are the horsemen deserve. In other words, the owners have 5 members on the board of directors, and the trainers have 5 members on the board, a total of 10 board members and a president. So there's 11 actual members on the board elected by the people, not only in Louisiana, but anyone
who's licensed to race or participate in racing here.
In Louisiana, New York, Memphis, wherever you are.
Argentina, maybe around the world.
Orlando.
The Arabs that bring the horses over here to compete?
I would imagine that
Oh,
they're entitled
sure.
to it. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I bet. I mean, they all got to be licensed.
They,
Sure.
they have to get a license.
How you like that?
So anyhow, just
Worldwide.
for all of you that watch the program and you either are owner or a trainer or you know people that are in it, hopefully we have the vast majority of the long hours we've had to spend behind us, and we can
Cleaning up the mess to move forward.
And hopefully make the organization stronger and better and offer more benefits to the membership.
There you go. Quarters Casino. Go by Quarters Casino over near Nuba, I-49, exit 23. And they've got El Pico de Gallo Mexican restaurant and cantina open from Monday through Sunday from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Great, authentic Mexican food with 2-for-1 margaritas with your meal. Go by for a fiesta. And next door, of course, they got the Chevron with all the gasoline you need. Open 24/7. Crispy, crunchy chicken there as well. And they've got the diesel and the gasoline pumps, nice, well lit, easy to get to. Other sponsors, let me get them all. We're getting down to the end. Steamboat Warehouse. While you're going north, you can go bring your family to Steamboat Warehouse. Get mama away from the smell of her own cooking. You and I were talking during the break about Jason Huguet and the Valentine's Day deal. He had a huge crowd again for Valentine's.
Well, let me tell you, Saturday afternoon, attended the 5 o'clock Mass in Washington. 4 o'clock Mass, I'm sorry.
Right.
Got out at a few minutes to 5, drove over to the Steamboat. First two people there, Vicky and I, and within, I'd say 15 to 25 minutes, 20 minutes, the whole place was packed, filled up.
He's got a good business. People know the food is good. They know the atmosphere is good. And they know their friends are going to be there.
And their friends are going to be there.
I mean,
you feel at home.
And it's going to be fresh, good Louisiana food. Go by and see chef owner Jason Huguet.
Talking about some
Warehouse.
of our local friends, there was a recipe in the Daily Advertiser today, which is we taping on Wednesday morning. And this recipe is by none other than our longtime friend Connie Stelly. And of course, one of the Bellard kids, Mr. AC's children there. Connie and Arlene own each
a Mama's Fried
Chicken in Opelousas. One, Arlene is on Landry Street, and Connie is in the shopping center.
Right.
That,
what do you call it, St. Landry Plaza shopping center?
Nah, it's Piggly Wiggly is the main attraction in that particular building. They serve good fried chicken and delicious gumbo at this time of the year. We're all looking for some good gumbo. You can get in a small cup or you can get in a big cup bowl. And her recipe is a shrimp and crab Creole. And I'm going to try to get somebody to cook it for me. I'm not going to say I'm going to cook it. You thought I was going to say that, but
look,
I'm not going that far.
I know you're good with the grill.
But I wonder what Ted, what kind of recipe?
I had a great gumbo at your outdoor kitchen 3 weeks ago. I mean, it was great. 3 or 4 weeks ago at your, well, it wasn't you. It was me that cooked it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. You cooked it. Yeah, you're just trying to brag a little bit. It was good though. You didn't leave me any either. You were supposed to leave me some.
I brought all that home. It was.
You were supposed to leave
still
me
good.
some.
LHC Group, all your home health care needs. Go by LHC Group. They can help you with everything from the nurses to the rehab folks. Get you back to those legs working, those arms working. They get you all the equipment from the oxygen to the button you press to call for help, the lift chairs, the hospital-style beds. Because when you're at home, it's much cheaper, it's much better for you. You don't have to go to the hospital where the sick people are, right? That's what they always say. They want to try to get you home as soon as possible. LHC can help you with that. It's all about helping people.
Hall of Fame boxing trainer Angelo Dundee died recently and had a funeral that was well attended and even included one of his famous world champions, Ali. He took Ali under his wings as a young man.
Ali's the guy where he made his reputation. That was the big one.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then Sugar
Ray Leonard.
And then George Foreman, when he made the comeback as an old man, I'm going to say it that way, in his 40s,
50s.
An old man, in 50s. Angelo Dundee was the guy behind that as well.
And what I said that, I think it was last week, I missed the big birthday party that was held in honor of Ali over in, what was it, Nashville a couple of weeks ago. And for $1,000, you could see that could be an attendee there. That would have been rubbing elbows with, I'm sure, Angelo Dundee was more than likely
even
there.
as ill as Muhammad Ali is, look how well dressed and well taken care of.
No,
His wife's taking
that
good care
wife
of
of
him.
his, she just protects him
even
and
though
takes care of him.
He can't articulate it anymore. The brain is still there, still sharp, sharp, sharp.
And talking about boxing, women boxers at the first Olympic trials.
they're gonna let the ladies fight.
The ladies are going to fight. I haven't had a chance to talk to Dupre over in Lafayette, who
I
was
wonder
a
if she's got somebody. Maybe she's training somebody to go.
Hopefully she is. She and Bo Williford work together on both mostly amateur boxing, but then they've taken some of these amateurs into the
Olympics
professional
is all about
ranks.
the amateurs, right?
That's correct. And of course, Deidre is a world female boxing champion.
Oh, yeah. She could have gone if they'd have had that.
Deidre, if you get the message, give me a call and tell me a little bit about what's going to be taking place at Airway Heights, Washington State.
How about that note you got from Miss Gail Stute that sent us a note about her dad?
Well, I was going to wait till next week, but
I jumped the gun.
well, let's just wait till next week.
Wait till next week.
You're going to have to turn in.
We're
What
gonna
about
come
the
back.
bank in Melville being robbed?
The bank.
The bank. Mr. W.G. McNeil would answer the phone. He answered it himself. The bank.
Somebody must have been inside deal. I understand that armored truck had just dropped off
$380,000.
right, and they come right behind it. So somebody
had been casing the joint.
case in the joint.
And hadn't heard that they've caught him yet either.
Not yet. No, they had one in Eunice that robbed the bank. I don't think he got to cross the street before they
Well,
caught him.
I think he wanted to be caught.
You think so?
Yeah, it's cold out there, and he wanted to
It was
be
warmer
incarcerated.
inside.
Yeah, it's warmer inside the jail than it is on the outside. And I'm true. Check his record. I mean,
He goes regular.
Yeah, it's not a new place for him. What about Danica Patrick? She's
The GoDaddy girl.
That's correct. Done real well with GoDaddy advertising.
Guys like you with computers know about these things.
Yes, sir. You better believe it. And she won't race in the Indy 500 this year.
First time in years
Yep,
for her.
first time.
But she's trying to be all NASCAR, I think is what she's trying to do.
She's
Focus on that.
she's going 100% NASCAR this year. And wish her well. It's good for the industry.
Good for ladies to have good role models that go out there and work and show there's no barriers, right?
That's exactly right.
My little girl needs role models.
I
Your little
broke
girls need
barriers.
role models.
I broke barriers when I
Just
moved
coming out of
in.
Plaisance.
That's what Jimmy Patterson. By the way, the Greek called me yesterday. Would you
did.
believe the
How was
Greek?
he doing?
Jimmy Patterson from Bossier City.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Jimmy.
The big Greek.
The big Greek. He wrote that letter, which I have framed, and he says that if I could make the money I was making and build the business I had with the English that I could speak, he knew he'd get wealthy. And that, I've kept that. That's one of the best.
There's some truth
There's a
to it.
lot of truth to it, and it just goes to show you, just be yourself.
Right.
I think that's the crucial, right, Matt? Am I correct on that?
There you go.
Just be yourself. Yeah, that's why you let that beard grow now and then, and that hair get kind of long and
Just
curly.
being himself.
He just being yourself.
He's a rock musician.
He's a
They
rock
do that.
musician,
He plays music.
That's what I'm building up to, the rock musician.
With one trick pony. With one trick pony. If you get a chance to see him, find your prayer book. We're down to the
Prayer
bitter end.
book, every week we try to give you a little entertainment and a little good news, because that's all we talk about is good things about people and the communities in which we live and in which we visit. And we also ask you to consider attending the church of your choice this weekend, like we do each and every weekend. And then we close with a closing thought. You might want to call it a prayer. My Savior, be always at my side and lead me through this life on earth to your eternal dwelling, to your Father and mine. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for telling a friend. And thank you, Andrew, for assisting.
Thank you.